Go on.
Yeah, whatever.
Second date update.
That guy's a cheater. I'm just manifesting.
Ooh, it's Confession Wednesday.
Tell us your secrets.
It's the Jon and Chantel radio podcast.
It's a podcast?
It's a podcast.
Oh.
Jon and Chantel's radio podcast.
Oh, it is Wednesday. Good morning. Hump Day. Jon and Chantel. Beautiful day again. Some crazy thunderstorms last night. Depending on where you were, I was looking at Twitter. The photos were, whew. Plus, it's still hot. Still warm. Speaking of heat, clothes with built-in fans are getting more popular. So, especially in Japan, where they've actually been thriving for a while now. But this former Sony engineer came up with the idea, started selling, they're called fan jackets, back in 2004. And the name of his company literally translates as air-conditioned clothes. And if you're having trouble picturing it as you're driving in, think of like, those inflatable dinosaur costumes that people wear for Halloween? They puff up like that and they work the same way. Earlier versions weren't really breathable enough and the batteries didn't last long. But now these batteries for these jacket fans can go all day. In fact, the company Makita, they started selling their own version for construction workers in 2015. I had never seen one. If you work on a site and you've seen one, I want to hear from you. They say sales have been way up in the last few years. Of course, in Arizona this year, sales have been way, way up. There's a million knockoffs now, even on Amazon. They cost anywhere from $40 to $300. So, if you don't care being made fun of everyone for having a puffy jacket or puffy clothes, you'll be fine. I don't understand why they made them orange, but they look like a Marty McFly vest color. They're a lot. And as I read the reviews of some of these fans that are $40, don't go cheap. I'm not saying you have to spend the $300, but find something, in that sweet spot in the middle. That's the best kind of fan jacket. So we'll do a quote. We'll kick off the show, of course, today. Opportunity does not knock. It presents itself when you beat down the door. So go beat down that door today on this Wednesday, a Confession Wednesday. Start texting us now. Get your confessions out. Just don't tell us who you are. Keep that part to yourself, but give us, the dirty details.
What's trending? Well, yesterday, some scary news broke after LeBron James' 18-year-old son, Bronny, suffered cardiac arrest while practicing with the USC Trojans.
Isn't that crazy?
18.
I know.
I just wonder...
I don't know. There's a lot of different theories out there. Look, it's an 18-year-old son.
It's an 18-year-old son.
Yeah.
But he's in stable condition, so...
Yeah, it was a pretty serious situation. Completely unconscious when the ambulance picked him up.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
not only is he practicing with the, USC, but he was just at the ESPY Awards a few weeks ago.
I know.
He's a 4-star recruit. His dad is LeBron James.
Right. I mean, he's such a bright future ahead.
Yeah.
So hopefully there's no, underlying health issues that are going to, hinder his success or his career.
Well, Bronny's friend Sharif O'Neal, which is Shaq's son, they're good friends, had surgery back in 2018 to fix a heart problem also, which is kind of weird.
Well, I wonder if maybe they've just been playing for so long and so since they were so young.
Level?
At such a high level.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad that he's okay and he's in stable condition.
Nice.
Ed Sheeran surprised a Nashville pub after breaking record attendance at Nissan Stadium. He just strolls on down to a Nashville pub to sing some Backstreet Boys karaoke.
So this was Santa's Pub. Santa's Pub is a very famous pub right outside of Nashville. It's where all the country singers go.
Got it.
It's becoming kind of mainstream, but for the longest time, this was like the place everyone hid.
It's like the new Bluebird.
Yes, it's a double wide trailer, and they have Christmas lights.
Oh my
gosh! So here's Ed Sheeran singing a little karaoke for you. It's not
this is One Direction.
Yeah.
He did a One Direction song and a Backstreet Boys song.
Yeah, there you go. It's nice to hear that even though he has such a great voice, when he does karaoke too.
He karaoke's.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then tonight, super exciting, the FIFA Women's World Cup is tonight, USA versus the Netherlands. It kicks off at 7 o'clock. But there's a viewing party at the Gallivan Center starting at 6 o'clock with prizes, viewing, and also I'm going to be there.
Yeah, you
hanging
are.
out.
So what do
emceeing the whole
do
event.
as an MC for something like that?
I'm going to welcome the crowd.
Okay.
I'm going to give away prizes.
Nice.
I'm going to talk at halftime.
Yeah, you are.
In the end, I'm going to thank people for coming, drive home safe.
I've been to the Galvin for these kind of events. They're really fun.
Yeah, I
Because you get a
can't
bunch
wait.
of like fans together. The energy's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be
a
so
blast.
much fun.
And the women's, they need to win big. There's just a lot of smack talk going on right now about Team USA. So we need to see a good win tonight.
Okay, yeah. So tonight, Gallivan Center, 6 o'clock, kickoff at 7.
Okay. I think we got to figure out what happened there before we start a new one. How was it yesterday?
Okay, so yesterday we did, should AI images be allowed on dating apps?
Yeah.
It was 100% to 0% for the longest time. But then, of course, we had a few votes.
Couple naysayers.
For people saying, yeah, you should be allowed to use it, which, again, I just don't agree with you. 98% to 2%.
I say if you're using AI for an image, there has to be like an asterisk. There has to be like some kind of like, hey,
Right.
just so you know, this is fake.
Right.
This is not how I look at all.
But I don't know. You can't, I'm Quasimodo. Like, why else are you using an AI image?
Stop it. It's a daily poll question. The poll gets put up on our Instagram page at Mix1051 Utah. So if you're not following us, you should do so. We post some fun stuff up there. So here's the deal. There's this big hubbub happening in Congress this week about people who have seen UFOs testifying as to what they've seen. Okay?
Oh.
I'm talking military pilots. These aren't just like your average you and me going up to Congress.
Okay, these are U.S. officials.
Yeah, but there's a lot of military people who say that they've seen them, but they didn't want to face the doubt and the ridicule that they knew would come with saying, like, oh, I saw a UFO.
Right. Because then people go, oh, you crazy.
Right. Take away that pilot's license.
Get your tinfoil hat on.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
If you saw a UFO, legit, would you tell someone, or would you stay quiet, keep it to yourself, because you don't want to come off as the crazy person?
Well, if I knew other people had
Nope.
saw it too.
No one else saw it. Only you. You saw legit. I'm talking you saw E.T. Not just like some blinking lights in the sky that turned out to be the space station. You saw a legit UFO. Only you by yourself. Would you say something,
Well,
or would you stay quiet?
it's me. Of course I'd say something.
You'll come off as a loon.
I already do.
Yeah,
What else is new?
that's a good point. No,
No, I think, yeah, you'd keep it quiet.
no, I'd keep it quiet. Definitely
You'd
keep
be
it
like,
quiet.
all right. And I'd be like, y'all, guess what I saw this weekend?
And people are like, oh, she just wants clicks.
Right.
No one would even believe you. So what's the point? They'd be like, oh, Chantel, you just want a couple people to watch your video.
No.
You would still...
Yeah.
You don't have footage on your phone. It'd be nothing more than you ranting to your camera.
Yeah, but I
Your
do.
hair is disheveled. You're like, this is what happened last night.
You guys.
Bathrobe on? I don't know.
Bathroom.
Cigarette hanging out of your mouth?
I'd have to tell the story.
You'd have to tell the world.
Yep. I tell the world everything.
What if it was you and Boone who saw it?
Oh, poor Boone.
Because then Boone all of a sudden, the only person confirming you're
It's
crazy
his crazy mother.
is this 5-year-old.
Yeah. Or,
Who's going
yeah.
to believe a 5-year-old?
Nobody.
Nobody. You're
Nobody.
dragging him into
Nobody
the Instagram page. Boom, get in here. Get in here. Tell everyone what you saw. He's like, I don't want. Even at 5, he knows he doesn't want
He's
to
like,
get
I don't want to be
with this
involved
thing.
in your crazy,
Right.
craziness, lady.
Exactly. But you still would.
Yep.
No way. No. So that's the question for today's daily poll. If you saw a UFO, would you tell, or would you stay quiet? Go to Instagram at Mix1051 Utah. Chantel the hero. They'll sing ballads about her for years.
Ah, yes, me.
Yes.
Well, what, Monday, Pioneer Day, my family, we were all at Echo Reservoir
Yeah.
up there in Colville.
Yeah.
And we're just boating around doing the tubing thing. And we see this, like, guy and girl, this couple, out on a single paddleboard in the middle of the lake with no life jackets or anything.
So they're not close to the shore. They're like out.
Not at all.
Okay.
And we kind of like went up to him and like, hey, like wellness check. Like, are you guys okay? Just checking in.
Yeah.
You're pretty far away. And they're like, oh yeah, no, we're good. And we're like, okay. And then we check on them again.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, are you guys sure? You're really far out here. Like, really far. And there's 2 of you and you have 1 paddle and no life jackets. And it's like getting late-ish. And they were like, yeah, I guess maybe we need some help. And we're like, okay, we'll like tow you in or whatever. So we get these two people into the marina and they're getting off and they're like, yeah, so we have like some more friends out there too. And we were like, what? Because we'd just seen them.
What, they had all scattered in the middle of the lake?
They had all like separated at some point in the lake. And I'm like, are you guys not smart?
Were they partying?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're like, yeah, we have a few more friends out there. Like two, and we're like, okay, well, we'll go look for them. So then we like drive the boat around. We find these other two girls by themselves, each on their own paddleboard, no life jacket. And my family's like, what are these kids doing out here without life jackets? And I'm like, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I would not be wearing a life jacket because I would be trying to get a tan.
Be trying to flex? Trying to be standing up there, tighten the buns?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to let these youths do their thing. Because they were young 20s.
Yeah.
Anyway, so these two girls, like, hey, we just towed your friends in. Like, do you guys need saving? Like, oh my gosh, yes. We were so nervous. So we get two paddleboards, two girls on the boat. Take them into the marina. And we're like, and they were like, yeah, we can't find our other friends. We're like, oh no, we took two in, a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
And we said their names. And she goes, oh no, there's more.
How many trips did you have to go saving paddleboarders around Echo?
8.
Stop it.
People.
Are you kidding me?
Out on the lake. Literally scattered throughout the middle of the lake.
No one's wearing life jackets?
No life jackets.
That's crazy because you saw what happened to Obama's private chef.
I know. So the private chef, he was found dead.
Yeah.
After paddleboarding near Martha's Vineyard.
Yes.
Without a life jacket.
Right.
Like.
Hero. At the end, did they give you a medal? Did they do anything as a
We
thank
got no
you?
medal, but
Nothing?
they gave us a nice push off the dock. It was great. Anyway.
We can't do it today because it's Confession Wednesday.
Right.
But tomorrow, let's see, like, when did you save someone? Like, when were you the hero? Like,
Okay.
that'll be fun to do.
Yeah, that would be
if
fun.
you want to start dropping us DMs or sending us texts now for that, we'll read them tomorrow because, again, today is Confession Wednesday. But little less than an hour ago, we kicked off Jon and Chantel's Hot Topic. We were talking about how in Congress, they're taking testimonies of people who have seen UFOs. I'm talking military pilots who have seen UFOs. And a lot of them have said they didn't want to come forward because they know the doubt, the ridicule, and they didn't want
backlash.
Yeah. So the question is, if you truly saw a UFO, we're not talking like some blinking lights.
Like if E.T. was in your backyard shed.
Yes. Would you tell or would you stay quiet?
83% say they would tell the world.
Really?
Only 17% say stay quiet.
I'm staying quiet.
I want to call you a coward, but I get it.
I don't think that's being a coward because you know what's going to happen? The alien's going to leave. And you're going to get a big press conference together. And you're like, come in my backyard to the shed. Come on, everyone have a view. All right, start recording because you're going to want to see this. And then we're going to open the door. And then someone with a trumpet's going to be like, wah, wah, wah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm just going to be standing there with my empty shed. Because that's how it goes.
And then you're just like, well, I'm going to just get in the shed and
close the door.
Shut the door.
So I'm not doing it. But go ahead and get your vote on. Go to Instagram at Mix1051 Utah. We'll check in later on.
If you add these 8 habits into your life, by the time you're 40, so if you've mastered these 8 habits, oh, sorry, John.
I know.
But maybe you already do them.
Let's see.
You can add 2 decades to your life.
Oh, dang.
24 years for men, 21 years for women, if you do these things.
Okay.
So let's see if you've mastered any of them.
Let's see.
Have friends and maintain good relationships.
Yeah, I feel like I've been able to do that.
I feel like you really do that. Get enough sleep. Yeah. You're doing that. I'm not.
I'm trying.
I'm knocking years off my life.
I didn't start trying to get sleep until probably 33, 34.
Yeah, like when I met you, early 30s, you were sleeping.
Was I by then? Well, no,
I've always known you to be boring.
You know what? We had Ella at that point, and she was colicky for 3 years. So I was home, but I wasn't asleep.
Right.
You know.
Avoid binge drinking.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Eat mostly plant-based.
No.
I'm definitely a meat-based person. Manage your stress. Don't smoke. Oh.
Hey, all right.
Okay,
I got that one.
We got that one.
All right, yeah.
Don't get hooked on opioids or pain pills.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
No problem.
And exercise.
I do that.
Okay, so you've got 1, 2,
2?
3, 4.
Oh, man, I'm going to die young.
You've got, let's call it
Sure.
5.5 of the 8.
Okay.
So maybe since you've got half, you're not going to add up 2 decades to life, but maybe you'll add a decade.
I'll take that.
Okay.
You said don't smoke.
Right.
So we were in, Paris there, a week ago for my birthday?
Yeah.
Everyone still smokes.
And isn't it crazy? Because I, living here in Utah, smoking's not super popular.
No.
And I also go, we know so many facts about smoking and
Yes.
how damaging it is to your body.
Right.
And you'll have people who they're like, I eat plant-based, I do yoga, I'm all healthy. And then they smoke and you're like, wait, hold on.
You're
Hold
doing
the
the
phone.
one thing.
Literally that we all know truly, truly helps
Yeah.
would be to not smoke. And then you go other places like Paris or New York
They all
or
do.
a big city and they smoke. And it's like, wait, y'all, we've literally been told
I know.
this causes cancer.
I know.
And you're just like, oh.
It was the weirdest
It doesn't
thing.
make sense to me.
And they allowed it in the buildings there. So Jen and I would be sitting having a meal and people would be smoking all around us, which was the
Really?
strangest feeling.
That is
because
weird. 'Cause
You don't
can't
get that here.
Do you remember when you would go to a restaurant, smoking or non?
Oh, yeah. I'm told that's how airplanes used to be. Was not alive yet. But you used to
Wow.
smoke on airplanes.
Really?
I know.
Wow.
It up, blocked again? Let Jon and Chantel help with their 7:30 second date update.
As we say good morning to Stephanie calling from Murray. Hey, Stephanie.
Good morning.
Good morning. So you dropped us a DM on Instagram about Ryan. What's happening as of today?
Yeah, so I haven't heard anything. I mean, I wish I knew what he was up to. I thought he really liked me, but he has not been in touch at all since our date.
Okay.
Have you reached out to him?
Yeah, I didn't want to get too crazy, but I sent him a DM to thank him for dinner. And then I texted him a few days later just to see how he was doing.
Between the DM and the text, did you get any response?
Nope.
Okay.
For me, if I've done a cute little DM and then a text, it's a no. I'm moving on.
Well,
But,
how long has it been? Has it been 6 months also, or what's our time frame?
No, it's just been a week and a half.
Can you
Chantel's
tell
not
us-
feeling good.
I'm not feeling positive for you, but can you tell us about the date? What happened?
Oh, yeah. We went to dinner. We went to Lakai, and
Dang.
he pulled out all the stuff. It's
Yeah.
nice, obviously,
Yeah, it's like a
he
little
never did
retreat.
this much.
When you go to Lakai, it's like you have all those grounds you can walk around, and
It's like you left Utah.
yeah.
It was really nice.
So let me ask you: during the date, did anything go wrong? Maybe was there an argument, or was there an uncomfortable moment? Did your ex-boyfriend show up at some point?
No, nothing like that. I
Okay.
didn't think anything went poorly. The conversation was flowing. We had really good chemistry. He did act a little funny when I asked for a doggy bag.
Like leftovers?
Yeah, the doggy bag.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
up my extra food.
Right.
And I figured maybe he was just raised to clean his plate. I don't know. I didn't think it was a big deal.
Think that's a turn off, Chantel?
I never get to goes on dates because then I gotta hold the food in my lap in the car or leave. I don't know. But
Okay.
I don't think it's a turn off or red flag or anything.
I'd be like, of course, you didn't eat it all. Take it
Yeah,
home.
sure, please. I paid
especially-
for it.
Right. That's how I would feel. All right, Stephanie. Well, if you're saying the leftovers is the biggest thing that happened, let's play a song. Let's get Ryan's number off air. We'll call him up and we'll ask him what's going on and why he hasn't called you back. Okay?
Thank you. That's wonderful.
It's Jon and Chantel helping out Stephanie with today's second date update. Stephanie and Ryan went to Lakai.
I know, so fancy.
Makes me go, what does Ryan do for a living?
For real.
Right. Stephanie, we're going to call up Ryan. Just listen in. Don't say anything, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, is this Ryan?
Yes. Who's this?
Ryan, what's up, man? My name is John. Chantel's with me. The two of us, we actually do a morning radio show and a podcast together here in Salt Lake on Mix 105.1. Are you okay being on the radio for just a few minutes?
Yeah, that depends. I mean, are you about to embarrass me?
No. I hope we're not going to. I'll tell you what's going on. Like, the reason why we're calling you is that we're calling for our friend Stephanie, who happens to listen to our show. Stephanie had a lot of fun on your dinner date. I think it was about a week and a half ago. And I guess my first question is, did you enjoy your date with her?
Stephanie's great. I would say yes and no.
Can you be more specific?
Sure. Yes. I mean, she's beautiful. She's a lot of fun to be around, but I don't know. I got to take a pass on how rude she is.
Oh, dang.
Like, what happened?
Oh, well, I picked a nice place to go. I don't know if you guys have heard. Have you ever eaten at Lakai?
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
I've not, but I've heard of it.
That's like special occasion kind of. Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a little pricey. Yeah. But I didn't want her to be concerned at all. So, I just told Stephanie, like, don't worry, this is on me. Order whatever you like. And did she ever? Oh.
So, didn't you get like 12 lobsters, some caviar? I don't even know if they have caviar at Lakai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all the things?
Well, practically, yeah. I mean, she got 2 appetizers. She got the surf and turf, and then ordered 2 desserts because she just couldn't quite decide which one she wanted. And like one of the appetizers she didn't even touch. And then she took enough food home to have a whole nother meal, maybe 2 full meals. So,
oh my gosh!
Holy cow!
You sound like a monster.
Okay, so Ryan, that's Stephanie. She's been listening in. Stephanie, you said you took home leftovers, but we didn't realize like you took home a couple extra meals.
Well, I'm on a tight budget, and I just wanted to have a nice lunch the next day.
Well, there you go. That kind of says everything I need to know about you, Stephanie.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, if you think someone's saying, like, order whatever you like is an invitation to stock up for the next day, then I don't think we're a good fit.
Well, you're the one who told me to get anything I wanted.
Yeah, well, we have very, very different ideas of what that means.
Hey, let me just jump in here. Ryan, the whole point of the second date update is to try for a second date. So are you interested in another date with Stephanie? We'll pay this time, so that way we don't have to worry about, who orders what.
Right.
We do have a budget.
I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm going to say no way. I mean, just because I just don't want to be someone's meal ticket.
Right now, it's Confession Wednesday.
If you have a secret, a guilt, something that you just need to get off your chest, remain anonymous. Don't tell us if you broke the law, and we're not going to judge you, but we will definitely give our opinion.
So go ahead and text us, 844-649-1051. That's how you text, and you're a part of the show. Don't tell us your name. The text come up here like a thought bubble, and then we just read it. We kind of talk about it for a second, and then we move on, and it's off your chest. You don't have to stress about it anymore.
Right.
Do you have anything?
Well, you're going to give me such a hard time.
Oh, then yes, please. Confess.
I don't know.
Confess.
I'm going to Taylor Swift. I know.
Are you kidding me?
I know. The whole tour.
You have been.
Every city. I've been like, oh, I'm not going to Taylor Swift. I don't care about the set list.
Hypocrite.
Here I am.
You have been talking so much trash on this Taylor tour. I surprised my daughter and took her to a show.
No, I said that's so cool.
And you the whole time you've been, meh, everyone's going to Taylor Swift and I just don't care. Meh. That's been you. And then we'd be like, Taylor Swift broke another record. Oh, who cares about that? Meh. And now you're I am so upset I can barely speak right now.
I'm just saying, it's the last stop on the U.S. tour.
Uh-huh.
I got offered to go to the show.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go.
So everyone else, they were ridiculous with their choice to go to the show.
No,
but you
no,
now,
no. I never said anyone was ridiculous for going. I think it's great if people go. I, personally, have already seen her 5 different tours.
You haven't seen this tour.
That's what they all said. Like, oh, but you haven't seen Eras. And I'm like, I get it, but I've seen all the tours that I liked the albums on.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I get that. She does spend a lot of time in...
I don't care about Evermore and Fear... I don't care about Evermore and Midnight.
And I will warn you.
It's a lot.
She spends a lot of time in Evermore. And what's the other one?
Midnights?
I thought it was a different one. Folklore.
Yeah.
She spends a lot of time on those.
I just don't care about that phase of Taylor, which I know that's basically the tour that this is promoting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously she's doing all the other ones too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't. If people have gone, I think it's great. I think it's great that people are going.
You have been such a...
Oh my gosh.
You know it, and that's why.
I know.
You know
That's why
how
I
you've
wasn't
been
gonna tell
acting
you.
for this whole tour, and now all of a sudden you go?
No, I've just been annoyed because I can't get on social media without somebody being like, "Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift."
Okay. And what are you going to do?
Oh, I'm for sure going to make a reel. I'm for sure going to coordinate an outfit.
So you were like, oh, I can't believe all these people do videos, and now you're going to go do a video of you dancing. I know, I can see that. I know exactly the video.
Yeah.
You don't even need to post it. I've seen it.
You want to know what's great? Oh, I've seen it too, about 1 million times. What's great about it is that it's going to be awesome. I'm going to make the best reel ever.
My confession, I'm very upset with you right now. I need a second. Okay. I need a second to take a breath.
I know. He's like sweating over there. You guys, I love Taylor Swift. She's been my favorite forever. I'm just saying.
Taylor Swift.
The Eras news is old news. But here we are.
Until you're going
Here we
to
are.
it.
Now I'm going. Ha ha. Mud on my face. Whatever. It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Confession Wednesday. See? You can confess anything you want.
No, because I feel very judged right now.
Oh, you should. Text us.
844-649-1051.
All right, Confession Wednesday. You heard Chantel's confession. If you didn't, go back to our podcast. You can listen to it there. We will not revisit it.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
This text says, my boss told me I might not have a job in a year. And the next day I got into a fender bender with my new car.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
That stinks.
That's just a bad day.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know what they say, though? 3 bad things happen before a really good thing happens.
Yeah. My best friend got engaged to her boyfriend of 4 years. I don't like him. I don't know if I should tell her. Don't.
It's been 4 years that they've been dating.
I got news for you.
Let it ride.
No matter what. It could be 4 years, 4 months. You can't tell you. You can't. Because they're not going to listen.
Yeah, also, you could date... I used to knock all the people in Utah. They're like, oh, we met, got married, and had a kid within a year. And I'm like, what the heck? How do you even know? I dated my ex for 2 years. Mm-hmm. It didn't work.
Right.
My sister met her husband on a blind date, married, baby, the whole thing within a year. Yeah. And they're great.
Yeah.
So, again, I don't think my theory holds out.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell. My best friend's husband cheated on her, and I want to slash his tires. I bet you do.
Ooh, I'll help.
It's a good friend.
That is a good friend.
I pretend to like my stepmom and her kids. I'm pretty convincing at it.
Ugh.
Blended families, it's hard.
So hard.
It's a difficult situation to be in.
Blended families deserve an award.
Yeah,
for
it's
how
a lot
much
of
work and effort they put in to their families.
Big fan of therapy, as you know. I think it's a good way to kind of let everyone communicate on a level.
And if you're not in therapy, ask your parent for therapy.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with that. All right, Confession Wednesday. What's going on in your life? Just text us. Don't call us. Don't give us your name, but text us your confession right now. I was at Leatherheads. The crowd was
Sandy?
Yeah.
They do karaoke?
Oh, yeah. They have a very interesting, eclectic schedule. You never know what's going to be up on that stage.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, back to Confession Wednesday, reading your text messages.
I can't believe Confession went to Leatherheads.
I go there all the time.
I thought you go to Legends.
I go there a lot, too. Don't judge me.
What about Time?
Yeah, I go there a lot, too.
Uh-huh. Okay, so back to that list of 8 habits.
This text says, my best friend cheated on her boyfriend while on vacation with her family. She told me. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here with this. It sounds like maybe someone who's a teenager. My best friend cheated on her boyfriend while on vacation with her family. You know what I mean? So I think that person's just getting it off. They're not asking for advice. They're just saying, hey, this is something I was told. I don't want to carry it by myself. Thank you for sharing. Get it off your chest.
Oof.
I sometimes order Taco Bell delivery after my wife has gone to sleep.
That's awesome.
That's a great confession. Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm going to hold that one. I'll read it here in a second. This text says, I enjoy pineapple on people. Don't tell anyone. Okay. I took 2 days off for them to replace my roof. It only took them 1 day, but I'm still taking the second day off. Yeah, do it.
Wait. 2 days off to replace your roof?
I assume
to have somebody replace their roof?
Yeah, my guess is they said, hey, I can't be at work for the next 2 days. Someone's coming to do my roof.
You have to be home the whole time?
Oh.
That's what I would say. I'm a mean boss. I'd question their day off.
Interesting. Maybe I should turn into that kind of boss.
No.
Questioning a little more.
I think you're the one who takes the day off after a vacation.
Always. My husband and I have been separated, but I was intimate with him Monday night.
Ooh.
I'm upset for myself for doing that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like when I was doing couples therapy, the 4 times I went,
right?
She was like, no matter what, under any circumstance, don't be intimate together. And we looked at each other and I was like, no problem. But I know for a lot of people that they do.
Yeah.
And that is really hard.
Yeah, it is. All right, here's the one I kept to the end. Found out my girlfriend of 5 years at the time cheated on me. I started sleeping with her mom on a regular basis, even though I stayed with the girlfriend for a few more years.
That mom. I don't know who I'm more upset with.
Oh, I want them all in a room. I want to talk to everyone.
Wow, why did Maury is the one who retired, right?
Yeah, we need him back. I need all 3 of them in the studio.
Jerry.
Yes.
May he rest in peace. Let's do it. Let's talk what's trending. Well, I love this because it's a Confession Wednesday, but a Chipotle in Florida is actually going viral right now, not because of the food, but because of the manager's adult behavior with the community. The manager is getting with a few people.
Wait.
Enough people that it's a trend. Enough people that it's a trend that's going viral nationally.
Hold on. So there's a Chipotle. Florida?
Of course it's in Florida.
Where there's a manager hooking up with everyone?
Yes.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
This is a story.
It's crazy because the guac is extra, but is that service?
And there's enough people who know about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Now they're talking about it?
Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
That's great.
Okay, so Drake was performing a show, and a lot of times at shows recently, people are throwing stuff up on stage, and it's hitting artists and things. Well, this, I don't believe, hit Drake, but a woman threw her bra up on stage, and it shocked Drake.
36G.
Check.
Locate this woman immediately.
I think that's so funny.
You don't see that anymore. There was a time when people would throw their
underwear and bra.
I don't feel like you see that as much on shows. That was a thing.
Maybe because artists that you would do that for don't really exist anymore. That rock and roll.
Yeah, it was really yeah. There were some country guys back in the day. They would have them all they would keep them on the drum set.
On the drum set, yes. Oh my gosh, I remember that. And then tonight, super exciting, the Women's World Cup, the FIFA Women's World Cup, U.S. versus Netherlands, kicks off at 7 p.m. But there's a viewing party at the Gallivan Center starting at 6 o'clock with games, prizes, and me. I'm going to be there emceeing the entire event from 6 o'clock through kickoff, through halftime, through the end. Making sure you all get in your cars on your way home safe.
So you're not calling the match?
No, it's so funny because when they asked me, they're like, "Hey, Chantel, will you MC the FIFA World Cup party?" I was like, "Well, I mean, yes, I know nothing about soccer, but I'm more than willing to be there."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, you don't need to know anything about soccer. You just need to be able to give away prizes." And I was like, "Oh,
done."
Deal. I can totally do that. So if you want to come, it's at the Gallivan Center tonight. Starts at 6. Kickoff is at 7, and it'll go through the entire game.
USA plays the Netherlands tonight. Netherlands is a good team as well. Obviously, Team USA expected to win. They're ranked number 1 right now. They need to win decisively tonight just to kind of put a couple naysayers in their place. So it'll be fun. If you've never been down in the Gallivan Center for a screening, for like one of these viewing parties.
It's over at the stage, right?
Yeah, it's a blast. The energy is really cool.
It's going to be so much fun. And that's what's trending.
All right, thank you, Chantel. All right, off air. Chantel.
John, I share way too much personal information with John.
Honestly, this might be this is the breaking point.
Really?
This is it. Yeah. Huh. So you've been sharing with me some of the DMs that people have been sliding into your DM.
Right.
And flirting with you, I would say.
Something. I don't even know what you want to call it.
To the point where I blush.
Like John blushes.
I'm like, how can someone write that?
I know. When it's so crazy, I have like girls reaching out to me. They're like, I think I want to join like the dating apps. I don't know. Like, what should I do? How do we date? And I'm like, girl, I don't know. Like, I literally don't know. And then I'll be like, probably don't. And then I'll send them like a screenshot of like a DM I get. And they're like, yeah, you're right.
Do the dirty DMs work?
No.
Do they get like a good response? Like, is it a numbers game where if you do enough of the dirty DMs, sooner or later someone's gonna be like, oh, well, I like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I am curious. I would be curious if somebody would anonymously like text in like, I've sent a dirty DM and it worked.
Yeah, close the deal because of that DM. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play real or fake DM.
Dirty DMs.
Dirty DMs. Yes. So you're gonna read to me. 3 DMs, right?
Yeah.
Dirty DMs.
Uh-huh.
All I have to do is figure out which one is fake and the other 2 are real?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to give me all 3 and then I got to pick the fake one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Would you rather never wear underwear or socks again? And
do I have to respond? Or are you reading your whole thing?
Do you want me to just...
No, just read me what you wrote. Yeah.
Okay, so would you rather never wear underwear or socks again? And I was like, underwear? Question mark? Why is that? So my shoes don't get all sweaty? Like I like socks. And then, no, underwear is fun. Knowing that the easily accessible is sexy.
No! No!
I don't want to give that one away, but I had to read it from my phone.
So that one was real.
Yeah, so really you just have to decide between the next 2.
Oh my God. Don't look at me. Don't look after me after saying that.
Also, I got that while I was sitting in church.
Of course you did.
I was like, good thing I'm at church.
I will pray for you.
Seriously, pray for you. Bless your soul. What's up, Milfy? I want to taste.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, cowgirl. Why don't you save a horse, ride a cowboy?
Okay. I know the first one's real. Second one's pretty nasty.
Yeah, nasty.
So I think because it's so nasty, it's real. I'm going to say the save a horse, ride a cowboy is the fake one.
Yeah, you got it.
Am I right? Hey.
Because I can't make up stuff that's that nasty.
All right. We just finished up Chantel reading some dirty DMs.
How do you
dirty.
feel?
I feel dirty.
Yeah.
I feel dirty just hearing you say some of that stuff.
That's just 3.
We got some text messages from your DMs, and then we'll get to what the hot topic is. Saying at least their DMs, I get more pictures than actual words.
No, I luckily don't get that.
I feel like
I think people know better.
You used to.
Yeah, you're right.
Like the first time around, I remember there was one morning where you were like, it is too early in the morning to see this.
It's true.
Like 5:50 in the morning.
It's true.
DMs work if the person's good looking enough.
No.
No? You don't think so?
It depends. Like, if they're super hot and they send something like that, and then you play it off like, oh, haha, and then they keep going, it's like, oh, now you're nasty.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's a sexy, it's like a pickup line that's just too sexy, and then they drop it, then that's
it's
fine.
If you missed Real or Fake Dirty DM, it'll be up on our podcast today. Just search for Jon and Chantel. We got to check in with our hot topic. So Jon and Chantel's hot topic is a daily poll we put up on Instagram at Mix1051 Utah. Today it's inspired by This Week in Congress. They actually have people who have seen UFOs testifying as witnesses. And these are military personnel, like military pilots who have witnessed them firsthand. And the question is, would you tell or would you stay quiet when it comes to seeing a UFO? A lot of these military people, when they're questioned about it, they say, I didn't want to say anything because everyone would just laugh at me. I'd be ridiculed. Right. And what's the point of saying I saw an alien? So if you're the only person, no one else sees the alien, just you, this UFO, these blinking lights that's not a space station, would you tell someone or would you just keep it to yourself?
76% would tell someone. 24% would not.
That number's dropping.
I know.
At the beginning, it was like 87 or something. It's dropping down because people are realizing, no, if I was the only one to see it.
Nobody wants to be Chicken Little.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be him.
No. You come off
he
like
had
a
no
loon.
friends.
It comes off. Like, unfortunately, you got to have someone else there next to you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like we talked earlier, like, what about a 5-year-old? If a 5-year-old's next to you, let's say your partner was with you, then would you?
Yeah, I would by myself, so of course I would with my partner.
I don't know, because then people would just think you guys fake something.
Mm.
The only way I would actually say something, if I had video that didn't look fake. Remember that video from Vegas that came out a few weeks ago of the person who said they saw an alien? But it was just like I swear it was like their buddy in the background shaking a tree or something. Oh, gosh. It was ridiculous. Yeah, I need a good video. Otherwise, I'm not saying anything until there's hundreds of people who have seen it. So go get your vote on at Mix1051 Utah on Instagram. All right, we know it's hot here. We know we've had thunderstorms kind of every night.
Yeah.
But Phoenix, just yesterday, recorded its 25th straight day of having temperatures hit at least 110 degrees.
Not even just like over 100.
No. So according to the Weather Channel, that streak is expected to end with a cool down all the way to 101 degrees early next week.
Wow.
So how hot is it? It's so hot in Arizona that doctors are seeing a spike of patients who are burned by just falling over on the ground and in that moment burning their skin.
You're kidding.
Burn centers are becoming maxed out. 1/3 of the patients are people who fell on the ground. So anywhere outside, kids running, your kids just run and fall?
Right.
Yeah. But on a hot day, asphalt can be about 40 to 60 degrees hotter than the air. And there's been multiple days where the air temp's about 120. So the asphalt's about 180 degrees.
Holy cow.
There's this elementary school librarian who claims his shoes melted when he was doing crosswalk duties, helping kids across the street. He was only out there for 30 minutes. Here he is talking about it.
Was crossing the students, crossing the parents, and all of a sudden, when I was done, I turn around, I'm sweating, I'm tired, I want to come in back to the library where it's nice and air conditioned, and as I'm walking back, I trip because this part of the shoe was like this. It looked like this.
It had melted off.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
They say also steering wheels. You don't think about it, but your steering wheels get so hot, you burn your hands when you touch them.
Wow.
I know. So, stay inside. My in-laws just came back from Arizona. They had a pool. They loved it. They loved every moment of it. So, I guess as long as you
I love Arizona. I know it's so hot, but
fine.
Oh, I love it. We love here in Utah, right? We love relationships and we love getting married and we love dating and all of it. But for some reason, Utah, we cannot get it together. And a list just came out of the top 10 states with the longest lasting marriages and then shortest marriages. The state with the longest marriage, and they basically did this on the median marriage. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
West Virginia, the median marriage is 22.6 years.
So marrying your cousin does work.
Apparently. A lot of these have like 22 years, like Wisconsin, Vermont, Montana, Michigan, Iowa, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, Maine, New Hampshire. That's the top 10.
Okay.
Longest lasting marriages.
Way to go.
Well, don't worry. You just need to scroll all the way to the bottom.
Wait, for Utah?
Of the list. The bottom 5 Utah made the list of the bottom, the top 5 shortest marriages.
What?
Utah. Because, and they say that this state has people who get married the youngest.
Well, we do.
And the median marriage length is 18 years.
Okay, well, I was afraid you were going to say like 3 years.
3? No.
Yeah, or something like ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you have to think there's people who live here that have been married for 50, 60 years. So that's what brings the number up.
Right. So from 22 to 18.
Right.
We've had that many more short marriages to bring that number down.
Right. Like we have marriages that we have so many that are less than 3 to 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
I'm included.
Wow.
That we bring down the entire state.
It's incredible.
Isn't that crazy?
You would not think that about this state.
But it's so funny because like when people talk to me, they're like, oh, like, you know, I'm like, oh, divorced, whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, you live in Utah. Like people know this.
That's something that's known? I don't realize
that. Yeah. Because like people get married so young in Utah that the divorce rate in Utah is so high.
Huh.
That the average marriage length here in Utah.
Are we number 1?
No. The number 1 state with the shortest marriages is Washington, D.C. 10.5 years.
10.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a drop. See, we went 22 to 18. Go to 18 at 10.5. That's bad.
Yeah, Utah, 18 years.
Yikes. Way to go.
So I guess if you make it past 18 years here in Utah, you're doing all right.
Got one more year.
You're helping bring up that median average.
Got one more year. And then I'll write your welcome card to everyone in Utah.
Yeah.
I'll hit 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Things that make you go.
Things that make you go.
Things that make you go.
Oh. We got to leave you with a fun fact. That's why we do things that make you go, Space Mountain.
At Disney?
At Disney. Was built in 1977.
Gee.
Cost $20 million to build.
Jeez.
I'll put that in perspective for you. Disneyland itself, in 1955, cost $17 million.
So the one ride?
Space Mountain cost more than Disneyland in its entirety.
Just because at its time, that ride was so advanced?
I think, yeah, that. Plus, I mean, you'd see with 20 years, inflation, and yeah, all of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's also funny because, like, now Space Mountain's so dated. Like, they could redo it.
Okay. So Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge, that area of Disneyland.
Yeah, which I walked through it, but I didn't get to do any of the rides.
Oh, my gosh. The rides really are next level.
Are they amazing?
Yeah. Opened in 2019. Galaxy's Edge alone cost $1 billion.
Yeah. Wow.
So, if you wonder why our tickets have gotten so expensive.
Because you're seeing the best of the best.
You know, I was looking at Disneyland tickets. They might have priced me out.
Really?
It's just like, for that.
Because I'm planning on going this year.
God, I need your payday.
I don't have one. I hadn't looked at ticket prices yet.
Honestly, I was looking at them and I'm going, for a family of 4, without food or anything, it's like $1,000 a day.
Oh, jeez.
And I want the Genie Pass because I want to be in the front of the line, which is an extra like $50 per ticket.
Oh, gosh.
Disney has priced me out. Congratulations, Disney.
Yeah.
You broke me. All right, that does it for us. Chantel, have yourself a good Wednesday.
Thank
I hope
you.
Boone feels better.
I know. He's been like throwing up.
Not good at all.